Well, guys, long time no see. Welcome back to
Great.
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
I did my best to upload the previous videos that I had not uploaded for about 2 months, and that was a good little review of everything that had happened.
Wish we'd had time to watch it.
Yeah, I planned to watch the latest one, and I forgot.
Oh god, it's been such a busy weekend, so...
Yeah, no, that's fine. Let's recap. Let's recap. So, starting off a little bit further away, all the way back on Cinnabar, first of all, as you arrived on Cinnabar, pretty much immediately went off to the gym. Kid got his badge, like, on the first try. You went through the horror house, Kid got his badge, no problem. However, the other two did not manage to make it. You ended up running around Cinnabar for a while. You did a variety of different jobs. You met some new trainers. You saw some old faces. You know, met up with Moel and Toa and got a little bit closer with them. Had several battles with them. Gods, what didn't you do?
Right? Man, thinking about it, we did a lot here on Cinnabar.
You did a lot on Cinnabar.
The few days we've been here, because we challenged the gym each night and got a little closer each time.
He even helped the guy who almost died on a volcano with his ponytail.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some dude almost fucking died. Blur's here apparently somewhere.
Well, I mean, he's getting
his...
Mm-hmm.
He's getting his badges as well.
He, honestly, looking at the calendar, and while I was going through everything, I realized that as of, like, where we left off, you guys have actually only been gone for about a week. Isn't that crazy? You did a lot in a week. It's been nuts. You've been on Cinnabar for a total of, like, 3 days. Though it feels longer.
It does feel like it's been a lot longer.
We're just professionals.
You are professionals in doing... Yes.
First badge in a week.
Yep.
Never been done.
I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of crazy. And all of you did eventually get your badge. Milo challenged the gym again, got his badge in a final natural 20 from Chester, who did his very best.
He did, such a good boy.
Yes, and...
Lou hanging in there with the foresight counter.
That's right.
Foresight and feint. Because I had to completely retrain that boy after we went up to the ghost gym. So I'm like, you have nothing you can hit a ghost gym with. And I need you, brother.
That was really good, honestly. That was really good. Then you actually took a little break. You went up to a volcano. You rescued Reggie, who had slid down the mountain path and passed out. And you saw his ponytail freaking out, essentially, which is what tipped you off enough to find him.
Almost died by Torkoals.
Almost died by Torkoal, that's right. That Torkoal was not super happy. It was, in fact, using the half-dead body of Reggie as a pillow, and you disturbed it. But
you... Oh, man.
It was very soft, apparently. But yeah, you managed to fight the Torkoal off, dragged Reggie back to the research station, and talked to Zara, who you previously met at the gym, and got info from her on how to find the Magmar that she had previously told you about, which was prone to laying eggs on the island.
Oh, yes.
With that information, you traversed to the southern part of the island. You got the Magby egg, and you also got an extra egg, by hook or by crook, as it were. There was some screaming, there was some panicking involved. That video is probably on Moel's, like, top list right now. That's, like, the most watched, so your reputation now precedes you.
We're fucking famous. Yes. Shit. Man, it'd be really unfortunate for us if in the last, 10 days or so we upset one of the largest corporations the entire campaign.
Right.
We didn't do that.
Let's just go ahead and advertise exactly where we are and what we're
Hey,
doing.
I mean, so the best thing, I suppose, at least for us, is that V was the one to do it, and I wasn't really in the video because I didn't go with you guys.
No, you didn't. That's true. It was Milo and Kid did the suicide.
I stood back and I was like, I'll let you know if you're gonna die, okay?
You did
And then
do.
immediately, you guys are gonna die.
You're gonna die. What? Oh shit! Go.
It's right there, watch out!
Yep, that's pretty much exactly it. Yeah. And then after that, you guys headed back to town, got a little bit of rest, and the very next day, you basically decided right then and there, V, that if you were not going to get that badge, you were basically off the island. That was the ultimatum you set for yourself.
Yep.
I'll come back and do it later if I can't get it now.
Right?
Yes.
I either get it now or I do my badges backwards.
Which is also acceptable.
Right.
Yes, with a Kid having acquired the new egg, Kid gave his Pokemon the "you guys must protect the egg" talk. It was very adorable. You now have egg to take care of. And I believe you rolled a little bit to chip away at that eggs counter. We'll have to remember to keep doing that in the coming mornings, which kind of counts for like however many steps you walked the previous day. Milo and Moel actually had another battle, and Milo won with Chester. Kid smeared the poor Cacnea on the ground when he battled against Jim. That was also extremely brutal. And then afterwards, unfortunately, V suffered a very, very narrow loss against Henry and Henry's Pikachu. However, decided to go for it, and with the help of your friends, you bought yourself a Shadow Ball TM. And you taught it to Ivory.
The baby.
The baby, who is a normal type, who now knows a ghost type move. Which, very much, that's very
Definitely
cool.
helps.
Armed with that knowledge, and armed with the rest of your Pokemon, which were now significantly stronger from your adventures, you walked back upstairs to Marcy's arena one last time. You had another very cool, very narrow battle, and you won. In fact, it wasn't that narrow, given the fact that you actually only used 2 of your Pokemon. You won just with 2 Pokemon, like Kid did. Which, of course, Marcy was very impressed by, and you earned your final badge right there and then. So, you gave
Must
her...
be why poor Lily is unconscious again.
Yes, I
Like usual.
believe that is exactly why.
She's doing her best.
Right, she's trying.
Also,
Mm-hmm.
we teamed up with another friend and killed a vampire. Oh wait, no, that was
Would you like me to bring Straw back for this campaign?
No.
You can return.
No.
I've got this
We
now.
already did the
Minimum roll. But
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right, the unarmed strikes. Now you can punch Pokemon. I mean, you would have.
death.
Oh god. I need to get one thing for my dog, and then we'll be good to go. 'Cause she's kind of limping, so I'm gonna put
Yeah.
some stuff on her paws. I was running her on the concrete today. She was chasing my bike. It was a lot of fun, but I think she pushed herself a little hard.
Yeah, I
I'll
think
be right
she
back.
pulled her leg or something.
Poor buddy.
She was the one who wanted to heck and zoom.
Right. So, sorry. You can go ahead and do that while I set up. I have been trying to remember how this entire system works, which is why we might be a little bit off here. I don't even remember which freaking Pokemon Center you guys were at. It wasn't this one. Hold on. Okay, there we go.
We're kids, we can't help.
Where is... Okay, I'm here, but for some reason, why is V not here? V, where are you? Hold on. I'm gonna put you back in the Pokemon...
Might have been when he, like, was running around by himself. Unsure.
Could be very much. Okay. Excellent. In which case, I am guessing... Let me just get rid of the music here. I am guessing that you guys will be eventually returning to the Pokemon Center? Or are you just going to be like, that's it, we're done. We're getting off the island. Goodbye.
I assume we're going to the Pokemon Center. I can't remember. I think we might have contacted D about leaving soon.
Yes, if I remember correctly, you did indeed contact D in the morning, like this morning of this current day that we're on, and she basically said that she was like, oh, you know, whatever you kids decide is fine. She's just kind of hanging out.
How hard would it be to convince her to ignore the normal route and to go off the map? Let's just go off grid into the wilderness of the sea.
I mean, it's up to you guys.
That doesn't sound safe, but...
Die in Whirlpool Island.
Do you think she can keep us alive?
No.
I'd forgotten about the egg.
Egg. Yes.
Egg.
And Toa probably is there waiting for you guys, sitting at the Pokemon Center. Kind of glances over as you all stumble in, a little bit drunk on your victory. Power.
See, my memory was that we were leaving tonight. Like, I thought we were getting on the boat and setting sail, because I thought we called D on the way back, and we're like, can we just set sail and head for wherever? So I think we came back to the Pokemon Center to, like, heal everybody, and I think you need to send one of your Pokemon back.
Nah, that's fine.
But yeah, I think that was the plan, right? We weren't going to spend another night here in Cinnabar. We were going to hit the open seas at night.
Moel kind of glances over. You didn't actually decide, as when I was rewatching the session, you basically called her in the morning, and she was like, whatever you want. And you kind of left it at that. You were kind of like, yeah, we can leave wherever. We can leave in the evening, we can leave in the morning.
I mean, it's down to get the fuck out of here as soon as possible.
This is currently still evening, so
middle of the night, like Ghost Gym opened at 11, so it's probably like midnight.
It's like midnight.
So she's probably like sleeping because she's
she probably is. But I mean, she's also adventurous, so maybe I don't know.
She sounded like she was having fun with that other friend, right? She was having a good time with him.
Yeah. Well, give me your phone.
Moel kind of clutches her phone protectively and goes, why? Are you going to post something embarrassing up there? I'm shorter than you are. Can't do this.
Give it.
Toa, catch! And she literally chucks her phone across. Hold on, I'm going to actually roll for Moel.
We're playing half data with your phone. Give it to me.
Hold on. Where's Moel?
Rotom phone dies.
Goodbye.
Can they float? Like, are our phones float? That would make this so much easier to keep a phone safe.
If they can float, yeah. But for funnies, I would like to try to check it.
Yours would be much less broken if it could float.
Oh no.
Hey.
Hold on. Toa, where are you? And house... Oh no, your dexterity's even worse.
Yeah.
I may have talked myself into a corner here. Let's see if he can catch it. Nope, he cannot catch it. The phone goes cracking down in between, and V, if you would like to try to catch it, or just let it clatter to the ground.
You're just gonna catch it.
Okay.
Play goddamn hot potato with you. Give that
to me. That is
Damn.
impressive, yes. Alright, yeah.
Wow.
I just saw that natural 20. Good start, guys. Good start.
That is one way to start things.
And now everything is ruined. Oh god. Speaking of ruined, you stepped all over my laptop and now everything is closed.
Goodbye.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Go.
It might be better to just wait till the morning, leave, and start the next leg of the adventure then. You know?
I mean,
Okay, kinda-
like, I'm completely ready to get the hell off this island, V will say as he's, like, trying to see if he can open Moel's phone.
He kind of just like the straps on his backpack. Like, I don't even know where the fuck we're going next.
Anywhere not here.
That is a fair question. Do we have, like, were we given a suggested gym route? I knew we were told to head towards, like,
Cinnabar first.
first. Yeah.
When Professor Acacia initially talked to you, what they said was that their recommendation was to go down to Cinnabar and then basically continue over towards what you know is Jade City. You would have a map with you that, would be accessible to you, not
on our phones.
on your phones. Yes, exactly. So, like, it's a place you may never have been. It's very... How do I say this? It's not a resort. It's kind of like Vegas and Hawaii mixed together.
See, Kid didn't go to the fall for the map. He fished out his badge case and was trying to make sense of the different silhouettes, and that kind of tracks actually very well.
Oh no.
It looks like a very sporty kind of drink.
Oh, no.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, Jade City. That's down here. We have the boat. I think the ferry's leaving in 2 more days. We convinced Moel and Toa to come with us, right?
Yeah, we're just gonna take them with us.
I don't think you convinced the... if I remember correctly, and I do, because I literally watched the videos a few days ago, you decide... You're just using me for this. The boat is technically too small to house 5 people. 6 people with D. You thought about it. You thought about it very hard. You were like, hey, we can just take our new friends with us. And then you thought about how little space there was on that boat with, just the 4 of you. Yeah. And you were like...
We're just a couple of little guys.
Well...
And they can squeeze, right?
Toa kind of glances over and you see him overhearing this entire conversation and he's kind of like nervously going, You know that monkey meme that's like looking back and forth going, I don't know if I can. But Moel kind of goes, you guys are leaving already? Alright, I mean, I guess.
Well, see... we definitely we're ready to just we've explored a lot of Cinnabar, and also got this Magby egg from here. Some people might not like. I don't know. There's a lot of reasons to just shove off, continue on.
Also, the fact that there's like nothing else to do here, and it's boring.
I don't really know what else to do because the municipal gym.
Unless we can fight Colonel Sanders.
Do you guys want to fight us all day, every day for the next week?
Moel kind of goes,
because you're like the only other trainers here aside from wherever Blur is.
Yeah, no,
I just learned how to
on that.
punch a lot better than I did before. If you want to try that out.
Wait, hold on. Did you say that? You said that out loud in character, right? Did V know that Blur was? Because I missed him.
Yeah, you did. You missed him. Yeah, you never actually saw him.
Oh, yeah, no, Milo definitely said that out loud in character.
V looks up from Moel's phone and just... Who the fuck? What?
Yeah, I mean, he's here somewhere. I saw him.
What do you mean he's here? Where?
What do you mean? What do you mean? He's doing his thing like we are, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he was at the municipal gym, right? Like, he ducked out when we got there. That was when we saw him, right?
Yep.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Of course he'd be here.
Yeah.
He's got his own goals. He wants to be a cop or whatever.
Well,
That's
where
right.
the fuck is he?
I don't know.
I mean, we can go find
his
him.
number. We could just text
No,
him.
he just gave me some shitty note about being an asshole he didn't actually give me his number, and V will go, taking Moyle's phone, go up to the counter. Just, hey, you seen an asshole little kid with blue hair? Is he staying here?
She kind of
imagining this kid walking up to another adult and asking if they've seen another kid, but calling them an asshole. Where's your mother?
I mean, it sounds like middle schoolers to me.
The nurse at the counter glances up, and you realize now that she's been kind of keeping an eye on you the entire time, and she looks over at UV, focuses on you, and goes, well, I'm not really allowed to just randomly tell you about other guests, but you are V, correct? The one staying here?
Yes, we've seen you for like 3 nights now.
Yes, no, I know, I just never... Hold on. And she reaches down under the desk and she produces an envelope.
Okay,
Which,
so
she just yoinks out a Voltorb and chucks it at your face. No.
It could still be a glitter bomb, though, so be careful.
it could be.
She takes out this envelope and she goes, there was a man that came by earlier this afternoon. He was looking for you, and he said to give this to you.
What kind of man?
Very fancy looking. He was in a suit, kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. It was like this dark material. He must have been hot here. I don't know why he was wearing it here. But very expensive looking material. Kind of like glitters gold in the light, but it looks black, you know? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I think he was...
I mean, it kind of matters that some random adult dude is giving me mail and I don't know who it is. Is this a bomb? How do I tell if this is a bomb?
She glances down at the letter and goes, I'm pretty sure it's not a bomb. I held it up to the light and it looks like a letter. Also, he introduced himself as somebody who would know you, but that's kind of what gave me pause as well, and I just wanted to know if you know anybody like that.
Do you have any Pokemon that could, like, smell anthrax?
We do have a detection system for biological warfare here. Yes, this is a Pokemon Center, of course. I'm pretty sure it's just a letter.
Didn't you hear it? Held it up to the light. It's clean.
It's clean.
It's safe.
It's safe. I mean, I'll open it, but can I open it here in case there's, like...
I would, in fact, feel better if you did open it here, because...
Cool.
It might
I mean,
explode.
I didn't have any reason to kick him out, but...
Explode, then I'm taking you with me.
She kind of pauses and goes, it's a very strange way to... Never mind. Why don't you just open it here? And she kind of...
Moel, you might want to, just in case...
Moel
please don't.
To a minimum.
Moel takes a
Please
step
don't
back,
take us with you.
but she very gently tries to take her phone back from you. She's like, I need it for evidence.
I'm not done with that. Hold
Oh,
on.
why do you need it for?
I wanted to see how cool my video was and show it
I'll
to Toa.
send it to you. Don't just take
I gotta show it to him right now, though.
I can show it to him right now. I gotta videotape you opening a letter in case you die, so we have evidence.
Okay,
It's true.
it's fair.
It's important. If you die, there needs to be some record of what happened.
But okay, hold on. If I give you your phone back, you can't show it to him, like... You have to show it to me first to make sure I look cool. Because if you show it to him and I look like an idiot... That sucks.
This is the video of your victory in the gym, right?
Yeah,
You looked cool, V.
and how cool I was. Are you sure?
You looked cool. One, you looked cool, V.
Yeah. Still, like... I had to show Toa that I won, and also that it's not that hard, and he could also just go get his badge and not be a chicken about it.
V, can you roll me an insight check?
I mean, maybe he just doesn't want to. We learned the hard way when we bullied Barry. Maybe let's not bully our new friends into doing
Moel
things.
is looking at you And it's interesting because what Earth is saying kind of does come to mind for a brief moment. Whether you decide to dismiss that thought or not is up to you.
Probably.
But the way that she's looking at you, you see her kind of biting her lip, and she looks like she's angry. But underneath it all, you kind of get the sense that she kind of finds your obsession with looking cool just a little bit adorable.
You can punch him, Moel.
Yeah.
We endorse that around here.
Punch you, Toa? I wouldn't punch Toa. He's pretty big.
Marla goes, I'm not punching anybody. Just give me I'll show it to you first, I promise.
Fine. But first you have to take a video to see if I explode and die.
That's the plan. She takes it from you, turns it around, starts the video, and goes, okay, go for it.
Am I supposed to say something for... Are you showing this to, like, other people? Is this
Open the damn letter,
like,
V.
us? Okay, come on.
You wait, hang on, don't. You gotta come up with a great, like, one-liner. If you die, we need to remember, like, your last words, and they gotta be either cool or hilarious.
That's a lot of pressure. If I die, avenge me? Specifically to whoever fancy glitter suit man is, I guess. Does this have, like, any sort of other on the letter? Like, does it say anything else? Does it say who it's from? Is there a symbol?
You look down at the letter. Yeah.
Right.
You look down on the letter, and it is made of very fancy, you know, the kind of like, not the canvas paper, what am I thinking of? Like the slightly harder, letter. And it does actually have a symbol kind of stamped into it. It is a very fancy, slightly gilded S that is stamped into the place where it is sealed.
Oh man, Silpho's sending a warning.
And
what did you do?
And
Kids
you do
playing
recognize it as the Silpho symbol, yes.
Kids playing dumb over here. What did you do?
See, this is why, like, it might be a bomb and it might die.
I mean, at this point, we might not want to record this, so we could deny ever seeing it. But
Well,
if we have video
as long as
evidence
she
of you...
Well, okay, if she doesn't post it anywhere, if it's on, like, public or private, a private device.
Well, it's like, I'm not streaming it, I'm just recording it. What did you do? What do you mean you pissed off Sylph Corporation?
I mean, we shouldn't record the explanation, just open the letter and then we can tell you what happened afterwards, Moel.
He kind of takes it and, like, holding it just about as far away from his face as he can, he'll try to, like, open the envelope.
Okay.
Now see, Milo will, like, lean over to Kid. Now see, I know it can't be, like, a legal summons, because they actually have to verify who you are and have, like, a lawyer hand it off to you directly, so it's probably some cease and desist letter or some, like, gag order, you know.
Kid's not alone because, unironically, his parents have probably gotten those exact letters based on the type of work that they do. So, like, he's like, yeah, that tracks with everything I know about getting, you know, legal documents handed off.
I like how Milo's actually subclassing in lawyer, like poke lawyer.
He needs to understand
Poke
things.
lawyer.
He's smart-ish.
As you open the letter, there is no explosion, there is no bomb. You kind of rip a little bit, pause, rip a little more, and on the inside, the first thing you see is it looks like several, like, golden, very fancy looking, there's no other way to describe them that look like tickets. You glance in and you unfold it along with a regular looking piece of paper, and it basically says,
Did I win a prize?
You've won 3 tickets to the Cinnabar Jade City Cruise.
Huh.
The tickets are very fancy looking. There is no name signed on it. There's just...
That's all it says?
That's all it says. There's just 3 tickets for anybody.
Okay.
They're not signed. They're just any 3 tickets, and it just says, like, you know, the explanation papers that they include with things. It's like, you are the winner. You are today's lucky winner.
The super like scammy fake ones.
Okay. I have an idea. Because I have to know. But it's also a trap. But I have to know.
Yes, exactly. It is.
Okay, I get it. I
trap, but I
understand. I've
want
already
to
thought
go.
it through. I've thought it through. Okay.
What?
Moel, Toa,
Well,
how do you feel
glances over nervously.
being our mans in the van? All right. So obviously it's a trap. I mean, big.
Duh.
Yeah. But it could be a fun trap. And
But
honestly,
we're going
walking
because
into
I won.
we're gonna go because it's we have to know, and I have to know. But what we can do is we can have Miss D follow behind at, like, I don't know, a mile or so that she can see the cruise ship, but they might not be able to see her because her dinghy's a lot smaller. And we send Moel and Toa along with her
In the little ship.
in the little ship so that they can be close by in case we need help. And, like, I don't want to have to rely on her to save us, but Moel and Toa could be that, like, linchpin. Show up. I can't remember she has a chikorita, right?
Moel is very carefully, like,
That might be
considering
useful.
this. Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
yes.
You know, on top of that, you are a lot more. Sorry, you are a lot more difficult to disappear than we are as a national.
You've got a very,
recognized
like,
presence.
upfront preference. Yeah, exactly.
Whereas we
They
could get
can't-
on that cruise ship and disappear, and that's it.
We're just 3. Well, okay, 2 of us are just 2 kids. One of them might cause some serious problems, but you are way less likely to go unnoticed than we are.
I guess it's up to you guys, but I think that sounds like a fun plan. I like it because it's horrible and bad. And
I
have
won
to know.
tickets for a cruise. We're going on
You
a cruise.
won tickets for a cruise, right? Right? We have to go.
Moel is just kind of like, I mean, I could, I guess, but what am I supposed to? Wait, but there's only like 3 tickets, right? What do you want me to do?
We're
going
gonna
on the
go.
cruise.
Yeah.
You and Toa can go on the boat with our friend who brought us here in the first place, so that you don't have to wait for the ferry.
Yeah.
And
that way
also,
you'd be close.
you get to be
You
on
know
a cool
what
boat.
would be even funnier? If you guys could
If we
somehow
died.
find Blur and get him in since he wants to be a fucking cop. He can do a drug bust himself.
Oh, that would be so good. Hey, you know what?
Dude, I mean, this would be
Okay.
the perfect. That would be perfect. Hold on, is he? It turns back to the nurse. Just please, like, is he staying here?
And we leave a message for him like that. Can I write him
Roll
a letter
roll
like
a
this?
persuasion check. Roll a
He's
persuasion
like
check
a
for the
cop in
nurse.
training, and we might need help.
I like how you've arbitrarily decided that he's a cop in training because his mom.
Listen, the second he told us he was a cop, the second
He
he
also
told
had
us
very
that.
cop. Yeah.
All right.
Extremely cop energy.
He does have extreme cop energy. You turn around and you implore Nurse Jill? Question mark? I forgot what I named her.
That was this one.
Yeah, I think so.
It's Jill or Julianne or something.
Yeah. She kind of narrows her eyes and she goes, he was staying here. I cannot say that he is still here.
Okay.
He has since left. And I don't know where he is.
He's
Can
probably
I make an
at the gym.
insight check?
Sure.
He's probably at the gym, right? Like,
I mean, maybe.
Powerful. You didn't
We could
lose
run
Blur,
back
did
and-
you, ma'am?
Wait, what did you say?
I said you didn't lose Blur, did you, ma'am?
I thought you said you didn't kill Blur, did you, ma'am? And I was like, oh man, this is... With
Yes.
that insight check, you're all going to be convinced that she has killed this child.
that's suspicious.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'll run around and try to find him, like, real quick, because, yeah, like,
All right.
it
Here's what I'm
couldn't
thinking.
hurt to
V.
have an amateur cop.
You know I love you like family, but
Uh-huh.
it might be
Well,
better
where's-
for me to
where's
go
the
find
button
him than for you.
But
There could just be
I
less
mean-
screaming involved and, posturing,
But-
a little
sure.
bit less measuring,
Okay, but maybe he would like take me seriously if I was like, "Hey, I might be in trouble and like gonna get murdered. Like, we need your help." Would he like that? Actually,
I don't know. I mean, it really depends on how. It's not a bad idea, and I support that. I really do, because you're right. You're kind of the
We
face
might be
of the trouble,
murdered.
and we might be in trouble. And it could change the way that you guys have your little like I don't know, rivalry.
Yeah, you could go from frenemies to friends.
Yeah.
I'm not even like I don't hate the guy. He just won't ever shut the fuck up when we're talking.
All right. Okay. Have you ever heard?
Kid looks over at Toa.
Yeah.
Toa is still like big eyes. He doesn't want to intervene in this. He's just like, wow, there's a lot going on. I don't know what this
How about
is.
this? I'll go find him, because I can probably run a
Okay.
little bit, run around the city, find him. Let him know that you need to talk to him, okay? And then I can kind of help soften the initial blow, and it doesn't immediately come to like he's thinking that you're coming at him from a hostile place. He'll already know that it's kind of like okay, olive branch ?
Milo's your peace broker.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about that?
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
We didn't really. Did our Pokemon fight today?
Mine did.
I know yours did.
Yes, your Pokemon did fight today.
Speaking of,
Chess
slowly slides 4 Pokeballs.
Yeah.
across
She'll
the
take him and she'll start to heal him, so you can give him. While you guys are doing this, I'm presuming you're not gonna run out right away. But
I mean, Milo was immediately going to run
Milo's
out the
really-
door.
But I
Like,
mean-
he was literally like bouncing on his heels and about to hit the street. I just need to know if Lou
Give me your
is
Pokemon
like
if they're
well
hurt.
enough to. No, that's it. I need to know if he's well enough to run with me or not.
I think he'll be fine. Yeah, he's
He's gonna run with me.
okay.
Throw out Lou and just be like, all right, I'll be back within the next hour, or I'll send you a text message, and I'm just gonna bolt into the city with Lou and go try to
okay,
chase
bye.
down Blur.
Sounds good.
Unless you had something you wanted to like, if you start saying something, he'll stop. And
No, he just, as you start like literally running out the door, he's just like, "Oh, okay,
I'm excited. We got tickets to a cruise, man.
yeah."
It's definitely a trend.
In your professional online persona, like opinion, Moel, should I post a picture of this on Ruffler? Would that be a bad idea?
She kind of winces and kind of pauses a little bit. She goes, I mean, for what, I guess is the question. What are you hoping to accomplish with it? Because the answer might be different depending on what your goals are.
I mean, the fact that I'm super cool and have tickets to a cruise.
Yeah.
They're like all fancy and gold and shit. Look at these.
And also evidence in case something really awful happens.
Right, or yeah, if we do that and then we go missing, and then people will know that we went there.
Right. Yeah, no, that's...
I guess they could also use that to pin us, like pin something on us if something goes wrong while we're there, and they use that against us.
Moel kind of points
okay.
over to... Yeah, she kind of points over to Kid and goes, that's kind of my personal concern as well. Like, if you're just gonna be there and then not do anything else, I think it's probably fine. But if you're
we're
planning to...
definitely gonna try to like dig up dirt on them or something because they're terrible.
Yeah, see, that's
So don't do that.
maybe... Yeah, see, how do I say this politely? You're not God, Arceus.
Yet.
Yet. I like your thinking, but no shit.
Right.
That killed me.
What about it?
Understand the fact that you are capable of dying. I just need to ask you that. Like,
We have cool Pokemon, but we are still like 14.
Yeah. So, okay, but they wouldn't murder a bunch of 14-year-olds.
Mm-hmm. Probably not. Probably not.
Publicly speaking. But who knows? It is a mega corporation, right? We don't know what all's involved with how they got there, how they stay there, how they get further.
How they silence.
That's on like the side of like, do post it then though, because then people know like, hey, we were here and now we went missing and died, and like maybe a mega corporation killed a bunch of kids. That seems pretty big.
No, you do have a point with that. I'm not
Pretty
saying you don't. You know,
It feels like
in
a
that
damned if you
scenario,
do, damned if you don't.
yeah.
Kind of thing.
You still end up kind of dead if that happens.
Well, sure, okay, but if we're gonna die anyways, we take them down with us, and I mean that's pretty cool.
How do we die in this scenario? How do we go?
They kill us on a boat or throw us overboard with our shoes full of concrete.
That seems like a
Oh,
lot.
we're good.
No,
No problems.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
How much money do you think do you think that they could just build another cruise boat? Like if they were to just, you remember that old story about St. Anne? And like if they were to just on
Silk
purpose
Company
sink us.
afford to do another boat?
I mean, I know they have a shit ton of money, but like cruise ships, they're big boats.
Not boat money. They don't even. Nobody has boat money.
Right, they have enough
Not even the
money
people
for
that
another
have
boat.
boats have boat money.
Me, this is Kid talking. You know where my head's at? Not like full of a lot of very valuable information. I can tell you they absolutely have the kind of money to make a lot of this go away. We gotta be careful.
Yeah. So do you think that they would potentially like stage the boat to sink with us on it?
Maybe.
Maybe.
If they don't kill us, there's a good chance they might use this as a chance to set us up for something.
Oh, well, okay. But see, that's why Dee and Well and Toa and hopefully Blur are on the boat, like, next to us. And if we do go down and we jump in the water, and we could just go on the other boat.
We can call them the B team, boat team. B team.
Yeah. Alright, so Moa, B team, Moa here. Where do you guys keep your guns?
Moa, did you just take their names and just scrunch them together? Moa and Toa. Moa.
See, I did it earlier too because we had a friend in one of our raids at one point named Moa, and every time I think Moel and Toa, my brain goes Moa.
How comfortable are you guys with overt action?
Moel kind of nervously raises her hand and goes, I think this all sounds super cool, but I personally don't want to die, yet, so I would maybe prefer we talk to an adult about this. Like, you said that there was a friend that you had, maybe we can, talk to the friend.
They won't know about D-Team, though.
Okay. D-Team. Wow, there's a lot of teams.
Kid's calling Professor Acacia right now. He's got his phone out.
You're calling
to call
Acacia?
Maybe that's a good idea.
Oh, God.
But also, Dee, the person who's going to be, driving the boat, she's an adult. You'll be with an adult.
That's a plus. Is this person who's going to be driving the boat going to be cool with you guys potentially getting murdered by a super corporation that you pissed off?
Yeah, she was there when we almost died in the sea cave.
She won't not be cool with it.
Moelle is looking more and more. She's like, what the fuck have I gotten myself into?
Best ride of your life.
Yeah, kind of.
This is how adventures begin.
Yep.
With bad decisions.
Definitely.
All of them.
Do you want to look back at your life in 50 years and regret not saying yes?
Well, kind of
What's the
pause.
worst that can happen?
Yeah, if the worst happens, you can't look back and regret it.
Right.
Oh yeah, the DT.
So wait, you said somebody mentioned that they were calling Acacia. Is that?
Yeah, Kid is apparently calling Acacia right now.
Yeah, whenever Moel was like, "Can we talk to an adult?" That's the only adult really the kid knows at this point. It's his parents, it's D, and Acacia. So,
Right.
All right. Can you roll me? It's pretty late. Can you roll me a D20, please? Just a straight up D20 Earth.
Just call her like 3 times in a row if she doesn't answer.
Ivysaur is gonna answer.
Are you calling? Well, you're calling the cell phone. I'm presuming that you've been chatting with them on instead of calling home because you know that they're not home. You know that they've been out and about.
yeah,
Okay. All right.
because V told us the other day about
Okay.
the little chat they had at the cafe and the flashbacks
Right,
and time
right.
shenanigans.
Weird visions that we were like, yeah, I've been having them too.
Yep.
Yeah, that's perfectly normal.
The phone rings a couple of times. It rings a couple of times more. It seems like nobody's going to answer for just a minute, and then finally there's a click. And you see before you first just darkness and like nothing until after a little bit there's like a little burst of light as if somebody turned the flashlight app on. And you see Acacia's like bleary face kind of staring back up at you. And they just go, "What happened? Who died?"
That's what we want to know.
No
Will
one
Sylph kill us?
yet.
Excuse me?
Kid will kind of like chuck his phone over to V real quick.
Don't throw your phone. Oh god, it's gonna break.
I thought it was already broken. Hello,
It's gonna break beyond repair. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Hi, Professor.
Hello.
Okay.
What?
Long story short.
Oh boy.
You know how we talked to you and told you that, like, we kind of called Sylph out on their bullshit?
Uh-oh.
And you said that was a terrible idea not to do that, but it was too late?
Uh-oh. They're like squinting at their phone, just like the realization dawning in their eyes.
So they apparently sent like a letter to the Pokemon Center, and it's got this like fancy shit, and it's a letter, and there's also these awesome tickets for this cruise that we're definitely gonna take, like no matter what. Like we're going.
No, oh god.
But do you think that they would kill us? Like overtly or
Subvertly.
secretly?
Yeah.
Well, no. Okay, she kind of rubs
What's the
her
over
face.
under on child murder?
Yeah. Acacia kind of pauses a little bit, seems to think on it, and goes, "Okay, I'm gonna try to approach this as if a bunch of teenagers didn't just tell me that they were making the stupidest decision ever. Because
Good idea.
You're more likely to listen to reason that way. No, I don't think that they're gonna murder you outwardly, because if they did, they would, people generally frown upon child murder.
Right. See, that's what I said.
Right, yes. No, I agree. But there's, worse things they could do. I mean, no, there's not worse things they can do other than murder you, but there's... they're clearly... So you just got tickets. Reiterate that for me. You just got tickets from...
Yeah, here, see. Can you see Kid's... Is it too broken? And he, like, holds it up back a little bit so that he can hold the tickets, like, up to the phone.
No, I think the camera lens is fine, so I can see that, yes. Wow, those are tickets.
Right, see, they're all, like, pretty and fancy and shit, and I want to go on a cruise. They have awesome food.
Right. Okay. Wow, this is a lot.
You think I have like
Do you
crappy
think
kingler legs?
Like to eat? Yeah, probably. They lose them
Yeah.
all the time.
You gotta go.
right? But also, like, if they don't outward murder us, like, do you think they have boat money to, like, SS Anna?
SSN, like you think they're gonna sink the entire boat to kill you specifically?
Maybe, like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, do they have enough money for that? Is that insurable? Like, would they get it back if they did do that?
I'm sure the boat is insured, but I'm not sure that they would do it so... I mean, that would be actually a better way
Just
to
for
kill
us.
you if they wanted to kill you. Look, the likelihood of it is they're not trying to kill you, but they're definitely trying to do something. Simply killing you would be... I don't know, it would be a little much in my opinion.
That's
Think they're
boring.
trying to
Do you
butter us
think-
up? Get us to be
Yeah,
quiet?
I was about to say, do you think that they're gonna try to, like, pay us off and, like, get us in their pockets?
That's...
Oh, can we take a lot of money and then don't do it?
I was just about to ask, like, legally, can we accept those terms and then, like, go back on it?
No, probably not. They would sue the fuck out of you?
Well, we're
But
not
if we
gonna
don't
sign an
actually-
NDA. We're
We're-
just gonna
We
hush
can't even
money.
sign it. Anything legal. We're minors.
They can't like document that they're giving us 3 children a large
A
sum
bunch
of
of money.
money to be quiet, to not talk about
Right.
like
And, like, you can't even sign stuff legally until you're 18 because it's, like, by law. Like, they can't uphold that shit against minors.
Right. But again, there's other ways that they can, screw you over. You realize that, right? Like, there's other ways
But
to...
with- Like, not murdering, though.
No, probably not murdering. You are children. I don't think they would try to murder you. That would just give them more trouble.
they wouldn't maim us, would they?
I had enough of that already.
Wow, that's an upsetting statement. I don't think they would maim you.
I mean, they could. So you're saying, like, you think that they'll, like, talk shit about us and, like, put us down and not be, like, not reputable, like, right?
Far
Or
They're gonna do a hit piece on. Is that what you're saying?
right, a
They're
smear
gonna run-
campaign against a bunch of children.
I'm not entirely sure. Far be it from me to know what the hell is going on in the minds of those corporate dicks, but
Well, what's the worst thing that you can think of that's not outright murder?
okay, she kind of
See
pauses.
if, like, we could deal with that.
Pauses and, like, rubs their face. Whoever's listening, roll me another insight check.
They couldn't. This couldn't be a setup to try to take our fucking licenses, could it? Because I don't want to lose my license when we
That's
just
what I
got
was
them.
thinking too, but I'm not there.
They can't.
This is kid. This is
do
kid
that.
saying out loud. This isn't like him keeping that to himself. Because I've already risked it a lot with a bunch of Pokemon, and we just got our first match. I don't want to lose my license for some Kingler legs.
Do you think a different company would have like sway over the whole like national league?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you aware of the like depth that they have their hands in?
Yeah, V,
All
with
of
your
the things.
20 insight, honestly, you get the feeling, and since you're the closest to the screen, you kind of get the sense that Acacia's looking at you specifically. Not just because they're looking at a screen, Acacia's looking at you specifically, and they are very specifically not saying something to you. And you get the sense that from a natural 20, I want to give you as much as possible on this without outright saying it.
I have an idea.
You
together.
You get the sense that they're not looking at you, they're looking at somebody who looks a lot like somebody else they know.
Yeah.
And they're like, yes.
What's the worst that could happen?
They're like, yes, they definitely...
I'm sure he'll be fine.
They absolutely have sway
I'm sure
over
he'll
that.
be okay.
Hey, I mean, he's got a lot of power too.
Okay, she goes, there, look,
You can go up against him.
I think that you're getting it the wrong way. It's not what they can do to him, it's what they can do to him through you. And also, they can absolutely find a way to take away your license, and yes, they can absolutely find a way to frame you for a bigger crime, which forces you to never be able to ever see your Pokemon again, to get them taken away, and make sure that you are never able to go out and train. So,
Okay, V, that means the next time we go to the Pokemon, we need to get a bunch of latex gloves. We don't need to leave fingerprints from here on out.
That's kind of bullshit. Like, how do they have control over who gets to be, like, a trainer and, like, gets Pokemon and shit?
Money.
yeah, I hate to say it, but Kid's kind of right. It's money. Look, this is kind of at the I don't want to say too much. I think this is a conversation that we need to have, like, in person instead of very, very late on in the middle of a Pokemon Center where literally anybody else could be listening. But
it's just the nurse. The kid kind of waves over to the nurse hanging out over there behind it for this whole conversation that we've been having.
The nurse probably left halfway through, to be honest, but, like, is still kind of putzing around because, you know, she needs to take care of her Pokemon, but...
Okay, I mean, do you want to meet us somewhere? We're gonna leave... Hold on. Can I look at the tickets, like, when is it taking off? Like, when is the...
The takeoff is, like, tomorrow morning at, like, 10.
Okay. Right, okay, so we're leaving, like, tomorrow in the morning, like, a little earlier than I would like. So how do we do this? Do you want to talk before we get on the cruise or not? Because we're getting on the cruise.
Keisha kind of very slowly sinks their face back into their hands and then pulls back up and goes, have you talked to Dee about this?
No.
Right.
I think she's probably sleeping.
Look, Chrysophase is kind of tired. We've been flying through the night and I literally only caught your phone call because I wasn't even fully awake yet. We're on some island in the middle of the Seafoam Islands, so even if I fly at top speed, I will not be able to make it to you guys to speak to you in person before you get on that cruise. If you do, I recommend you don't. But
we're gonna. Well, what
That's
if
the thing? You dangled a carrot in front of us, and now you've made it a forbidden carrot. Now it has to. We have
What
to
if
know.
you were to fly your awesome giant Pokemon and, like, infiltrate the cruise and join us on the cruise?
right. I would prefer not to because I don't have tickets. But I recommend you speak to Dee about
they gave
this.
us more of them.
Because, I mean, Dee's the one that's been charged with keeping you safe, and I feel like she's gonna have a few words to say to you guys about this. And if you do want to meet, maybe we can meet on Seafoam Islands. Instead of me riding up on a...
Get there?
well, I'm presuming the cruise will go through them. Or at least...
And then you get on secretly on your Tropius?
I could.
Awesome.
Not on my Tropius, just... I can try to sneak in,
Operation Sneak in the Professor.
but... to be honest,
I feel like...
I'm not... Okay.
Toa, I feel like you'd be good at something like that. Like, are you good at espionage?
Toa, who's just been standing there next to Milo and... Where is Milo, actually?
Milo ran to go
Oh,
find...
that's right.
He ran to go find Blur a long time
That was
ago.
That's
the
right,
most
that's
unfortunate
right.
part of this. Our
Yep.
voice of reason.
Yep.
He bailed, and then I immediately put in like, oh shit, I left too soon. Right when all this went down, I was going to get the other voice of hopeful reason.
In which case, Toe is probably just standing next to the wall trying to meld into it like Homer Simpson, and is not altogether pleased with the way things are going so far.
Could we get Moel set our boy V here up with some sort of live stream setup that's like low profile, and just have him stream the whole time we're on it? Yeah, that way if something goes wrong or goes right, whatever, we got it.
Or they
on
try to
camera.
bribe us.
Moel kind of glances back over at the nurse, who doesn't seem to be listening, and goes, "Can we go up to one of our rooms for this? Because I'm getting more and more nervous, and now you're talking to the professor, and I don't... Let's go."
I guess so.
And she kind of drags you guys upstairs so that you're not at least, in full view.
The lobby.
Yeah, the lobby.
Can we entrap Silpho?
Moel goes, "Look, I don't think that's entirely possible for you to stream full-time unless you also want to weigh yourself down with, several power sources, and I've done that before. Best you can do is try to very sneakily record if something happens, during a strange event."
What if I'm, I have a hidden camera and it's, Poke timing you, and you can record it and keep record in case anything happens.
Your phone's gonna die after an hour of that.
Probably.
Look, what are you hoping to record? What do you think is gonna happen?
Well, so if they either A, try to outwardly murder us, which we don't think it's likely, but that doesn't mean impossible. B, St. Anna's into the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Or C, try to make some sort of, bribery deal to shut us up. And, if we don't take it, they threaten us as Pokemon trainers or certain people's parents that they don't care about. Or
Marlo loves his mom.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about?
yeah, but they wouldn't have any sway over her. She's just some lady.
Wow, dude.
I'm just saying, she doesn't have any sort of important job or anything. Not to say
She raised you.
not to say it's not important. Her job is important. It's just not governmentally important. That Silphco would care about. Not me. I care about her job a lot, I guess. I don't even know what she does, honestly.
I was about to be like, what job, V?
I think she works at a restaurant or something.
God.
I don't know. Don't tell Milo.
I love it. Okay.
But, so, if they try to, bribe us, and then we have video evidence proof that they tried to do that, and then that's not technically us saying anything about it, it's on camera that they did it. And then maybe they wouldn't revoke our trainer licenses, because then that would be real sketch, and people would be like, hey, that's not cool.
Mm-hmm. Right. So, it's not that I'm disagreeing. I'm just wondering, why you think that you're gonna be able to stop them? Because, as Milo said a little bit there before he ran away to find Blur, they probably have lawyers.
Yeah. But if there's video evidence of wrongdoing, that makes their job a whole lot harder.
Harder, but not impossible. Look, I'm not gonna stop you. I'll help you as much as I can, but...
I'm running on the idea of internet mentality in that they destroy Silphco.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Right.
Because the internet is good at wrecking things. Especially big corporations who do bad shit.
Well, the internet is mostly good at wrecking small creators who can't defend themselves, and corporations kind of get off scot-free in my experience, but,
Okay, I mean... But sometimes they bring, like, the whole... I mean... I don't know, I guess it wasn't really, like, internet stuff, it was other things that brought the whole Team Rocket stuff down.
Right. It was
But
some
if the
11-year-old,
internet
as far as I
had-
remember.
If the internet had been around and they knew all this shit that Team Rocket was doing, they would have helped, I think, in, like, taking their whole shit down.
Or Team Rocket might have been better and recruited smarter and would not let
Well-
a child stop them, right?
Maybe, but hopefully not.
Craigslist ad. Wanna come work for Team Rocket? Are you better than an 11-year-old?
You don't
Need
wanna prove it.
able-bodied adults that
Do you
can
like
beat
using
an
1
11-year-old
to
child.
2 types of Pokemon tops and never evolve them?
Except if it's Eradicate.
Yep. Okay. Well,
Alright, so I don't know.
look,
Yeah, but,
I'm
I mean,
pretty
it
sure we're pretty decided on getting on the cruise is the problem.
Yeah, either way, that's a given, is that we're going on the cruise, and I guess whether we try to do some sort of stupid shit is up to us. We could just go and, I guess, enjoy whatever the hell this thing is and not do anything.
it sounds like maybe it would be worth deciding what to do once you get there as well. And I mean, if you do have a friend with a boat and you feel like there's, things get dangerous, maybe you can just, I don't know, do something crazy, but slightly less crazy, like jump off the boat and swim away. Just a thought.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that's what you guys were going to be on the other boat.
Oh,
That was the point.
just kind of glances at Toe and goes, we don't even know your friend, but sure, I guess if Toe's down for it. Toe's just kind
Everyone seems to think that we should talk to Dee about. I could call her right now. I don't think she'd answer. I could try.
Oh, that's right. I forgot Acacia's still on the phone, too. I think Acacia probably just kind of left you guys with, okay, just talk to
I
Dee,
figured
let me
she
know
was
what
kind
you
of
decide.
ignoring us.
No. It's like, talk to Dee, let me know
hung
what
up.
you decide, and text me what you decide in the morning so I know what level of panic to be at. Okay, night.
So exhausted.
Okay, bye.
I'm so exhausted.
But Milo, roll me an investigation check.
The whole time we're having this nightmarish scenario set up, Milo's just, hey Blur, how you doing?
All right, Lou, let's go find Blair.
Damn.
21.
Hell yeah.
Damn. You do find Blur. For the sake of not having to RP everything all out, he is in the municipal gym.
Okay.
He is basically using their gym time. It's not like sanctioned, but because there's nobody there, like in the dead of night, except for Jim, he's basically just kind of like using that time to have his Pokemon practice moves on the field, like on their own. Which is not technically how you're supposed to use it, but like Jim is tired of dealing with him, as you might imagine.
He's bored.
So you do find him there, and he would like to run from you, but there's nowhere to run because you literally cornered him there. So what would you like to say to him in this moment?
So if he sees him training alone, he'll ask if he wants a sparring partner, because Milo is first and foremost a Pokemon trainer.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good way to, break the ice. I mean, I'm cool to RP it, but I also have some things that I would like to keep just between Blur and Milo.
Okay.
Secret.
So
Secrets.
he's just getting to know him a little bit better, I guess, in the conversation. He's just kind of like, asking like where specifically he was from. I think we learned he was from, God, it was one of the cities, right? Oh, I can't remember. It was the one that was the cop, right?
I don't know if you ever learned where he was, actually, but that's a good question.
I don't know but because like most of the time when we interact with him, they start butting heads.
Yelling.
And there's just yelling and argument, and then he huffs off or V huffs off, and so Milo would try to take the moment to just get to know him, like he's gotten to know the other trainers, and if they can do that through a Pokemon battle, he'll do that.
Blur kind of seems really reluctant first. Yeah, you know what? Why the fuck not? We can RP it. As long as everybody's cool to not meta.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. Let me, where is...
Or you can just, like, text or, like, Discord message them the secrets that you wanted to ask if you don't want us as players
I'm gonna, let me see.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, I need to gauge... What he says will gauge as to whether or not I decide to do what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Murder him.
Whew. And he'll look down at Lou, like, all right. Hey, Blur. How you doing? Up late? I thought you'd be at the actual, like, the badge gym, the ghost gym, because, they're open now, and so I ran there, and I ran here. I hope they haven't been talking about anything too important back there. Anyway, how's it going?
Roll me a persuasion check, just to see how this conversation goes.
Okay. All right. I do not have any inspiration. That is unfortunate, but...
Actually, you know what? I forgot about this, but since all of you beat the gym and I keep on forgetting to do this for you guys, everybody gets an inspiration for beating the gym. So everybody take
I will
an
use it
inspiration.
now.
For sure.
Alright, didn't need it, but 17.
Okay. Alright. He kind of pauses, and initially he's very quiet, not really responding to anything you're saying. But the longer that you're there and V is not there, he seems to relax just a smidge, and he kind of goes back to his very cool person persona, and he goes, yeah, it's fine, I'm just gonna train and then head back to the gym and probably, like, spend the early hours, and I figured if the gym leader's tired, probably give me a slight advantage. Not that I need it, but,
No. I mean, it's a good idea, because, from what I saw, she did use an array of Pokemon. There were like 4 or 5. I fought a couple that like Kid didn't fight and V didn't fight, so it could be that as the night goes on, she just wants to give her more like top dogs a little bit of a rest and use backups. It's smart.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyway,
you already...
do you know? Oh yeah, we actually just got V his badge. Kid got his the first day. I got mine yesterday, so it's definitely possible. Moel got hers. It's a good start, and it's a tough start, but it's definitely a good start.
Yeah, I guess. Congrats or whatever. Anyways,
so what? You just training here by yourself? I mean, did you want to like? I could throw Lou in the ring, and he could just kind of operate as like a sparring partner if you wanted.
I kind of glances over at Lou, trying to assess him. Let me actually, hold on, I want to roll something for Blur.
Lou's probably like...
Yeah. Lou looks pretty tired from having ran all the way.
We ran all the way to Marcy's gym and then ran back here. This was not the first place Milo would have looked. Even with a good investigation, he would have gone to the official gym first.
Okay. Yeah. Kind of goes, I mean, I guess. Well, your Pokemon looks pretty tired, though, so I don't know. It's up to you.
I mean, yeah. If you want, I mean, we don't even really need to. They don't need to like battle. Lou here is pretty just agile. He could just sort of move around, give you more of like a target to practice your moves against, and just give you a little bit of that experience if you wanted. Right. Truth be told, I was hoping to find you because, as you can see, I've managed to ditch my 2 friends for the moment, and I feel like every time that our group interacts, it's a little bit hostile, and I don't necessarily like that. I think that we're all kind of on the same adventure together. It'd be good to be friends, so I wanted to find you in a less hostile environment.
There's a conflicted look on his face. When you say the word friends... Actually, you know what? No, let's leave this to the dice. Roll me an insight check.
17.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
It looks like disgust, but you have seen that exact look on the face of another before, and you are kind of beginning to catch on for the fact that what is sometimes veneered as disgust or dismissal can in fact be a deep-seated, like, desperation. So
Milo knows the personality type.
Yeah, exactly. This is an eerie... It's not a mirror, because it's not you, but it's almost as if he is there with you.
Yeah, I mean, like, we don't need to do, like, a whole battle if you don't want to, but Milo will just give him, like, a training partner to talk with.
Yeah.
I just noticed the gym avatar over here as well.
Jim is taking a nap. He's there late. He can't legally leave because, you guys are there. But he's not allowed. He's supposed to sleep here. He lives here. No.
He lives here.
Blur eventually succumbs to your cheerfulness, and although he acts very much as like, yeah, not that my Pokemon need it or anything, it's fine, I guess, if you wanna. I guess I'll let you spar with my Pokemon. Sure, whatever.
Yeah. It'd be good practice. Have you scoped out the gym? Do you want any, like, heads ups on anything? I mean, I know his team, right? I know he has...
Ask him about the Magikarp.
I forgot about the Magikarp.
I'm pretty sure you have seen all of his team at this point. Yeah, he has the Charmander, the Sparrow, and Fish Sticks, the Magikarp.
Right. Sparrow's going to be surprisingly...
Specifically the name.
Fish Sticks. Do you like Fish Sticks? Alright. I mean, definitely respect on raising a Magikarp. Not an easy thing to do. Probably going to be the trickiest, but Charmander or Cinderbutt and I can't remember the bird's name.
It's actually just Sparrow, weirdly enough. I don't think he ever did it. It's just Sparrow.
Okay, and Sparrow should I mean, Piper did fine, and Sparrow definitely is a tougher matchup than Piper. So, I think you got this. Either way, I had a question for you. So, your mom is a officer, right?
Kind of pauses and looks at you kind of weirdly and goes, yeah.
Okay. We might be in, I guess you might call it trouble.
Did you
like
break something? Because I'm not gonna help you with...
No. I don't need honestly, I really just need somebody that I can trust to not, like, want to make things worse. Because that's the big problem, is the people wanting to make it worse.
Like your friends, or...
Kinda. I mean, don't get me wrong. Okay, so he'll give him the bee's knees, like the quick outline of what happened with the train in Sufco. And then posting that onto the internet and talking to Officer Jenna?
Yeah.
Jenna? That's like delving into the depths of my memory here. Talking to her about it, and kind of like while we're talking to her about it and spilling the beans to her, also spilling the beans all over the internet about them, and then getting the Silphco invite tickets tonight. All right, and so obviously when we saw them, we're like, that is a trap. But there are a lot of different traps, you know. There are like foot caught in a bear trap traps. There's the headlock that your Charmander has Lou in right now. Yeah, okay, that's fine. There are legal traps and other things along those lines. And so I don't know really what we're getting into, but they were invitations onto this cruise ship, and we can't not go. Like, we have to. We have to know.
I mean,
You
the
can't.
cruise sounds
No one can ever.
cool, but also, if you
Dangerous.
pissed off Sylph, like, I don't know, he kind of glances around and kind of gets down to your level, and for once he's not trying to, like, act cool, but he's like, Sylph's they kind of got a lot going for him, you know?
Yeah, they are everywhere, but I don't know. I don't want to be the kind of person that lets that stop me, you know? I don't want their influence and power to turn me away from doing the things that I want to do. And honestly, what I saw in that cave, and hopefully what we can fix by getting that little egg out of there, and the suffering I saw that Onyx endure, I don't care what they can do. I mean, I care what they can do, and I want to keep the people that I love safe, but I can't let it stop me.
Yeah, I guess I can respect that.
So, here's what I need, alright? We have a friend who got us here. We call her Miss D. She lived in Pallet City with me and V, and she gave me, V, and Kid a ride down here on her boat, a little bit ahead of the ferry that you guys took, so we could get a little bit of a head start. And we stopped at an island or two along the way, and just made a little bit of a trip out of it. She's still here and was going to take us to Jade City, but if we're going to take this cruise, we don't necessarily need that boat. However, what we do need is an escape plan. And he kind of gives him, like, he points at him, like, we need to be able to get off that fucking boat. So, what I'm hoping is that we could have you, Moel, and Toa, because you three are the, you know, we've run into a few times, you're kind of, like, on the same path as us, so it makes sense. Go with her. You can ride in her dinghy, you know, just over the horizon from the cruise ship. And then if something happens, I am comforted in knowing that if I jump into the ocean, I only have to tread water for like 10 minutes, which is already not easy, but I can definitely do that. It's going to be keeping V afloat. That's going to be tricky. And so having a boat close by would be really, really useful. And having people that I can at least rely on to have Pokemon and to have, you know, our back, that would be a good first step. Now, here's the thing. You and V.
This entire time as you've been talking and kind of laying out your plan, Blur has been relaxing. He's kind of like leaning back against the wall that you guys are kind of sitting by or wherever it is you're standing.
Milo's been channeling, like, I've been up for 14 hours manic energy, so.
Definitely. That's honestly, that's kind of helping because Blur also looks exhausted. But he's kind of leaning back and he crosses his arms, and the entire time he's nodding like, okay, I can kind of see where this is going. He raises his eyebrow a little bit at the plan of you guys just ditching the cruise and jumping down, and he seems to want to open his mouth and be like, are you sure you want to launch yourself into the water by...
Absolutely not.
Like,
Do not.
directly next to a propeller that is probably larger than you?
No.
We jump off the side, not the back.
Yes, you see ships move, and then never mind. But he kind of pauses when you mention V, and you see his expression sour a little bit more.
It's not that... You guys are very similar in that you
His
both...
expression sours even more.
I know. And you know, alright, listen to me. Listen, Blur, I need you to actually, like... V is my best friend in the world. I have known him since he was very, very small because he's a good person. Just in the same way that I know you're a good person, even though you put on this armor. Okay? Yeah. It's fine.
You're
I don't
weird.
care. I know. You really think that I don't know I'm weird? Look at me. I mean, I just threw my Pokemon into the ring to get beat up by yours because...
No, that's not weird. That's normal. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what all trainers are supposed to do. I don't mean it like that.
Change his tactic immediately and starts... No, I mean, it... You guys butt heads because you both want to be running the show. And what I want to offer you is the opportunity to run your show from the other boat. Now, V is the one who runs our show. Or at least, I like to let him think that.
I was
because
waiting for that.
It's
Exactly.
easier that way, right?
It's like when you have a cat and you let it think that it's the boss of the house. It's just,
Yeah, exactly. So, he's going to want to explain all of this to you and offer you his plans to come along with us, to join him, and you're going to have to just go with it, okay? Pretend that we didn't really outline all this stuff and let him think that he's just running the show because it's the easiest way to keep everybody working together. And I think that the best way for us to make any sort of change or effect against Silphco is to work with as many people as we can. We've got our Professor Acacia, helping us, and they're gonna... Well, I guess I don't know that. Never mind. We'll probably reach out to our Professor Acacia, to see if they're capable of helping. I know they were in the area. We still do need to talk to Miss D, but she seems pretty intent on keeping us alive and also down to adventure. So I don't think that she's gonna have a problem with it. I just want to know how you feel and whether you think that this is worth your involvement, because it could be, if following in your mom's footsteps is what you want to do. I don't know if it is. I don't know if following my dad's is what I want to do. But if it is, this could be a good opportunity to kind of put a good feather in your sideward's hat.
Right, except that if you guys are gonna cause trouble on that boat, look, I'm not gonna deny that it sounds cool and all, and I kind of want to help, but if my mom finds out that I was part of your little thing, and it goes badly, and it turns out that, Silphco's not trying to do anything bad, or if they're good enough at covering it up, and kind of looks down.
It's the second one I'm worried about, yeah.
It's just gonna get me in trouble, and I don't know. I
mean, I respect that. I do. You gotta look out for you. You gotta take care of you. I'm just saying that, if people don't stand up for the things that they believe in and stand up against the things that are just wrong, you can't tell me that what I told you about that train and the way that they portrayed it in the news was right? You can't tell me that.
Kind of narrows his eyes and goes, I don't know. Look, what if you just misinterpreted? What if there was nothing wrong I don't know. Look, I wasn't there. I can't...
You're right. You weren't. And I can't really truly explain to you what I felt when we went through that walled off section of the cave. I just can't be silent about it. And honestly, I'm not even the one being loud about it. I'm just letting V be the loud one about it. So if anybody's going to get in trouble, it's probably going to be him. If you're there and can manage to mitigate the trouble, maybe Mom will be, hey, maybe.
Can you roll me another persuasion with advantage, please? Because you really know how do I say? Manipulate this? Yeah.
He's got that years of practice working with V.
Yep.
You gotta make them think that they're winning.
You gotta... Yep. That's exactly
and you
what
gotta take every hit like it just was like, yes, I deserved that. Absolutely.
Kind of ponders for a moment and goes, ugh, fine. I guess I can try to spin it like I was trying to stop you guys if it goes sideways.
Yeah, that's a good way. You know, you're there with a respected VTuber or PokeTuber. Can't remember what we called it. And
Moe or
as
whatever
well
her name
as
is. Yeah, all right.
yeah, Moel. You'll be there with her and Miss D. So there shouldn't be anything to cast any doubt as to your intentions. You can just tell everybody that, like, we want a cruise and you knew us. So we were like, hey, if you want our boat, you know, we'll need it after Jade City, but if you don't want to wait for the ferry, you don't have to. So I think that since we're leaving in the morning, you and I need to go and have a little encounter with Marcy, in which you walk away from that with a badge. And then we get some rest, and you can shove off, half a mile behind me. Miss D will know how far to ghost the ship.
Alright, I guess if I don't come, they'll probably mess it up and inevitably something even worse will happen.
Probably.
Fine.
Yep.
Then please get your, whatever, Luri or whatever the heck that thing is off of my Charmander, because it is trying to bite its paw off. Cinderbutt!
Yeah.
Don't let it...
Come on.
Do you like that?
All right, Lou, come on back. Come on, we're gonna...
Yep. Alright.
All right. And then he'll walk with him over to Marcy's. We don't... And whether or not he gets his badge, Milo will stand beside him and... Oh, did you send him a text?
Yes.
While we're walking, Milo will be like, hey, let me get your number in my phone. That way I have it just in case.
Ugh, fine. Here.
Okay. I'll add it
Exchange
to my
numbers.
phone, and then I'll just say, reply to V. Yep, got it.
Okay. Okay.
But I did have one. I don't. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna send you a message, but give me just 1 second while I type it up.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, we're just bouncing back and forth. So essentially, the plan is this. The cruise ship is leaving tomorrow morning at 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to be on it, but I'm guessing that you would like to meet with Dee. She's probably asleep right now, and no amount of calling will get her.
Yeah, V tried to call her like 5 times in a row and just like set his phone on the table just watching it ring before he was just like, I don't think she's gonna answer.
Probably not.
Long rest time.
Yeah. But instead, you guys can definitely try to call her early in the morning. Milo does not come back. What you do with that is up to you.
He'll text. Okay, so he'll text back. Yep, got it. And then like 20 minutes later, you'll be like, we're at Marcy's gym again. Blur's going for his badge, and then he'll kind of just like not live tweet it, but he'll send a total of like 3 text messages to V, just letting him know that what the progress is, and then
Hold on,
get back late and fall asleep.
I gotta roll something to see if Blur actually wins or
Badge.
not. Yes. Let's do animal handling like the last time, like the same thing. Okay.
Well, Blur, you got this.
Okay. Those aren't bad rolls, despite his modifier. And then let me just...
Yeah. -1 insight on the guy wanted to be a cop. I mean, it tracks, but it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Wow, wow.
Okay. And let me roll for Marcy, because I believe that's what we did last time as well, is we just had her roll animal handling 3 times.
Yeah. And then I think we like added it up
Oof.
and compared them.
Oof.
Yeah, because it was like 59 and 62.
Okay.
Yeah, because we were able to give like a little bit of cheering or something and got her like just enough to win.
Okay. Alright. And let me see. Oh, you're still typing up the thing for Blur, right?
I decided against what I was thinking.
Okay.
I've opted in a different direction, so
Okay.
it's good. I'll just support him and go from there. Kick that can down the road for later.
Okay.
Okay.
I will
You
just
just
send
get a
you-
message
yeah.
that Milo's on his way back, but hopes that you guys are already asleep, and we'll talk to you guys in the morning after his run.